I mean, they've already breached the whole sexaroid barrier. What's the difference?
There is no barriers as far as sexroids are concerned.
Yeah, the only barrier is your imagination.
Speaking of which, did you see that trailer that the Heavy Rain guys put out? Where they're
No.
I mean, it's what they do. It's a pretty good looking trailer of some robot being assembled, and she's like, "I am programmed to clean the house and take care of your kids and have sex with you." And this guy's, behind the camera talking to her, and he's like running her through these tests, being like, "Okay, now say something in German." And she's like, "I have feelings." And he's like, "Oh, we got to send this one to the assembly line." And she's like, "But no, don't send me to the assembly line. I'm not defective." And he's like, "All right, fine, whatever. Go. You live your life. Robots have gained sentience. Just do it."
All right, fine. That's what he said.
So it's already... It was actually sort of amazing in that it was the microcosm of every game they've made. It starts out... Every game they make for the first, hour and a half, you're like, "Well, all right. I'd buy this." And then something just happens, like, bam! And you're like, "What the... No, no, no!" And that's basically what it was, except they managed to compress it into 4 minutes. Like, how is it this guy's job to assemble these human-looking robots? And then one just happens to come along, and she's like, "But I'd be, soup sad if you disassembled me and turned off my brain." And he's like, "All right, you got me." It's like, get
yeah, I
out
don't
of here.
understand. You wouldn't realize the risk.
Yeah. Especially, it's just like, why are you... Okay, so he's like, "Sorry, honey, it's my job." Like, if you believe that things are just robots and not people, why are you engaging it in conversation? It's just... It's Heavy Rain and Indigo Prophecy all over again. And let me tell you...
Well, why would you even need to have a conversation with it? Wouldn't you have a computer that you could just interface with it through?
That's also probably true, that you could actually probably just have a computer running through the tests. And that would remove the human element entirely.
Which also might make for a more compelling little skit where you have the test failing, but whatever. I'm not getting into that.
Well, they're terrible. They're awful people. I mean, I just made it.
They're bad people. That's it.
I saw some interview with him because this thing showed up at Game Developers Conference, which is going on now, and they were like, "What were you change about Heavy Rain?" He's like, "Pretty much nothing." In his defense, he did say, "I feel like that was the best we were able to do at the time," but he said it in a cocky, super French way.
Super French.
"How about you change the part where the plot twist is awful and all the acting is awful and the writing is awful?" Arguably, that is probably the best they could do at the time.